Coming to you from the great state of Wisconsin, this is a CS27 Studios production. You're listening to the Binary Brothers Podcast featuring Ryan and Clay. It's time now to open your ears and prepare your mind because life's too short to be constrained in black and white. So without further ado, here are your hosts, Ryan and Clay.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Binary Brothers Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Ryan, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Clay.
Hello,
Video
folks. Yeah, was third straight episode.
Yeah, we're in a hot streak.
Yeah,
you know?
it's officially a streak now.
Yeah,
it's a trifecta of episodes.
We're really pulling it off. I mean, episode 36. We're here. We're doing it.
We sure are.
But yeah, we're glad to be back. It's been a little while since the last one.
That tends to be the case.
That tends to be the case. You know, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there thinking, what else are they doing?
Do these guys actually have a life? How dare they?
What are they doing outside of the podcast that is taking up so much time? We demand content.
Yeah, we settled into this basically once a month kind of schedule. And
yeah,
I don't know, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to talk to you more, Ryan.
I mean, I would love to talk to you.
Or provide more episodes for, our great listeners in the world, really.
Best listeners in the world.
Yeah, science has proven that.
I've checked with scientists. I know scientists. Scientists have said that very much. So much science.
Yep, all of the science. But, we got a lot of other things in our lives. We like doing a variety of things.
We're Renaissance men, if you will.
It's the spice of life, you know? And you know what they say? Moderation is key, right? Everything in moderation. So that's what this show is really about.
Everything in moderation?
Everything in moderation.
Yeah, I mean, I would suggest that you not binge listen.
No.
You know? If you're going on a road trip, maybe listen to one episode, break it up with like an hour or so of music.
Well, I mean,
you know,
there's plenty of podcasts out there. So
I mean, we're not trying to step on other podcasts.
Yeah.
So.
You know, we're not trying to demand all of your time because that would just be rude.
But there's a lot of stuff out there to learn and to do, you know?
Definitely. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing during the times that we're not recording here.
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to take in all the other information that's out there. I mean, you'd be a fool not to.
A fool.
So do it.
Get out there.
Get out there.
You know?
I mean, safely, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe stay in there. Like, maybe your dishwasher's making a loud noise every single time you turn it on. I don't know. Take it apart. See what happens.
Or you could be like me and don't even have a dishwasher. Problem solved.
Ooh, oof, yeah.
I know,
dishwasher.
It's rough. It is rough. Fun fact.
Some new pieces of siding on your house, though.
I did. I finally got the little dent in my house fixed. The retaining wall there still needs some work. But I did just, speaking of appliances, though, I did just get a brand new oven stove cooktop. I've been without a working one for like 2 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Basically ever since I moved in to my house.
What have you been doing? Just crock pots?
Crock pots?
Yeah.
And grilling outside. I got a Weber charcoal grill. So summer months are taken care of there. And then food that doesn't need to be cooked. You know, just making like sandwiches or
Sammy's?
Yeah, just other stuff. I'm surviving. I'm here.
I mean, you look like you're not only surviving, my friend, but you're maybe, dare I say it, thriving.
Oh man, that warms my heart, Ryan.
I see you out here.
I mean, there are people just revving their engines outside my house. I don't know what it's about. It doesn't sound safe, though. This is a residential street. We are recording a podcast. I don't understand these people, Ryan.
You need a big on air sign.
Yeah, just outside my
Outside your
house.
house. The light goes on. You flip inside your house. Someone comes and visits. They flip the switch. What does this do? It doesn't seem to do anything. Head out front.
Just blinds all of my neighbors. Just straight up. It's like a freaking. It's like a freaking billboard on top of my house. I got one of those city billboards, just on air.
That would be amazing. I think we could arrange that.
We'll need to raise some money. We'll need to set up a GoFundMe or something.
Yeah, we got to set up a GoFundMe or like get a Patreon.
Because we can't really sell that billboard ad space because I'm going to be using it for the on air.
Right. So it's really just going to be straight up.
Yeah.
Come on, it's for business. It's a business expense.
Yeah, it's a tax write-off. It'll be fine. So I can save some money that way.
You got to write off the small corner of your home that you use as your home office.
Yeah, right. The I don't know, 50 square feet.
The 0.2% of your house.
Is that enough? Like, is that enough square footage to write off for taxes? I don't think it is.
So here's what's funny is we tried it this year.
Oh, did you?
And I need to look it up, but it was basically like, okay, how big is the space in which my wife works?
Yeah.
Because her main job is at home.
Yeah.
And so it's like, here's this small area of this room, and then the square footage of the house, and it's like, what percentage
Right.
of like all of the bills that technically factor into that is it? And I don't know if we met it or not, but we did do the math.
So you at least tried, and
Gave it the old college try.
college try, and trying is half the battle. So, I mean, one of these days you're gonna be real businessy over there.
I mean, we might even expand the area we're trying to write off. It might double in size.
We're looking at expanding our offices here into the next room.
How much are you looking for? I don't know. Maybe a corner of the kitchen too. I don't know.
Maybe like 25 square feet. I think we're really expanding here.
Can I factor in the space on my wall that is the whiteboard?
I think so. I mean, that has square footage.
It does. It's there. It's big. I got plans. I'm up there scheming.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you should be able to take into account, like, cubic feet, right?
Yes, the airspace.
Yeah. Well, not even just the airspace, but like, your body is taking up space too. Mm-hmm. You need that room to maneuver while you're working.
I mean, I can't work in a tiny box.
Yeah, you need elbow space.
The armrest over.
Right. For sure. You need to reach over for whatever, things you got. Give your dog. Oh, dog!
Oh, copper!
Right on time.
Oh, do you have a ball? Okay.
See, like, you need to reach. You need to pat him, throw his ball. Like, you need that space.
See you later.
What a toss. What a good boy.
What a guy. He's going to come back.
That was like perfect timing. I'm not going to lie. There he is. What a dog.
Oh, quite the good boy. He's back to 100% now.
Is he? He doesn't have his chicken wing anymore?
I wouldn't say that.
He still has the chicken wing?
He's still got a little bit. Looks a little wingy. It looks like a fried chicken leg at this point now, instead of just straight up bone.
Just raw.
But yeah, he is the picture of health, and since the last time we had an episode, we've actually had 2 foster dogs. So we were waiting until he got healthy again.
So many dogs.
And yeah, 2 foster dogs came and went.
How did that work out for you?
That went all right. That went good. Like, it's always you never know what you're gonna get with a dog, right? And the people over at the rescue really like us, apparently, because we'll take just about anything. Like, we'll take big dogs. So we had 2 like big cages back there. Like, one of those is small right now, but
did they like provide the cages for you?
Yeah, they provide the cages and the food and like all the medical, like
fantastic.
Everything. All you basically have to do is try and stop yourself from buying new toys for every single dog.
Maybe I should look into foster caring.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Because that's one of the things that's really, I've been really hesitant about actually getting a dog, even though I love dogs. Yeah. Is like just the time commitment and responsibility part. Like I like to be able to just kind of be able to be free to do things, travel or whatever, which is not really a thing at this point in time, but like normal years, normal circumstances.
Yeah, the rescue that we're working with said that they had obviously like a huge boom in not only people looking to adopt, but people that were looking to foster. And that's, I mean, like we signed up because, we're home all the time. So it's like, could have another dog around and, help train them up a little bit and get them to a nice home.
Yeah, I should look into that.
Yeah, man. I can get you the one that we're working with info.
Can you get me a hookup? Can you put in a good word for me? I mean, they respect you.
Yeah. I mean, they're out here like, the Galeses?
They'll
take any dog, even if it's not a dog.
We'll just pretend this is a dog. They won't know the difference.
They got a pig. They got a small pig.
A pig? A piglet?
Catherine was like, she called over from the other room. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, Lucky Mutts has a pig right now. I'm like, that's outside of the rules. That's not what they do.
That's not a
dog. That is not a mutt. That's a pig.
That's a pig.
They call me Mr. Pig.
I feel like we need to stretch a little bit. I feel like we're getting ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're
a little close at stretching and maybe pulling a muscle here. I don't want to do that.
We're right on the edge.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
Go.
There it is. All right. So yeah, arm circles. Okay. There it is. We got it. All right.
So, what you been listening to?
I went down a little psychedelic rabbit hole lately. A song came on a playlist, just a random playlist I put on. A Black Keys song came on that I'm now forgetting the name of. Weight of Love. There it is. Couldn't remember it, but it's got a very, very kind of Pink Floyd-esque tone to it and style. And like I heard it, and I was like, now I'm going to want to listen to some Pink Floyd. And so I've listened to a lot of Pink Floyd, listened to a lot of Gary Clark Jr., just a lot of like music that has these like longer guitar, spacey solos and stuff like that. So that's been pretty much what I've been listening to lately. And it's been pretty killer. Like figuratively, not literally. Just want to clear that up.
No one's out here dying.
I don't want to be canceled out here.
We're in here. It's just music. We're just listening.
Right. Calm down, people. What about you?
Oh, man.
Any spacey stuff for you?
No space for me. I've been listening to a lot of, Run the Jewels 4, still kind of like very heavy in rotation. And like over the last few days, I kind of just shuffled Run the Jewels and like everything.
Yeah. Well, that new album, that album came out like right when we did our last episode, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's prime time for you to just be.
Oh yeah.
Rotating that in, getting all of it, sinking in.
The only other thing I really like have listened to a few times is there's like The Bigger Picture is a Lil Baby single, and Black
little guy, just a little single,
little baby,
little single,
little baby, little single. Big topic. And then Black came out with a new EP. It's a six, LACK. That's him. I don't know if you've heard of him. But
I have not. I'm going to be real with you, Ryan. I have not.
That's all I ask. That's all I ask is that you don't lie to me about the artists you know. I just, it's okay if you don't know. And he's obscure, right? I don't think I don't know that he's had stuff on the radio. Really.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't listen to the radio all that much anyhow, but during this time when, like, I'm not commuting or anything, like, I'm really not listening to the radio. But even if I was, I really probably wouldn't be listening to stations that would play his music.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, came out with a new EP. I dig it. I like it. I like him in general. I've seen him in concert before.
Put on a good show?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Put on a pretty decent show. I wouldn't say he's one of those artists that, like, sounds, real amazing live.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, though.
Yeah, it's tough. Especially with, and I haven't heard his music at all, so I'm just guessing. But like with a lot of the types of music that have just a lot of production in it, it's tough to really make it sound live.
Yeah.
Or make it sound good live, because you can't really replicate all the different stuff in the track, or that's a lot of it that's done like with a computer or whatever. And
there's, I think, like, especially with his music, there's a lot of like nuance and a vibe about it that you said, like, can't 100% be replicated like in a live place. And I think some artists do a really good job of, like, The Weeknd brings, like, a live band with him. Yeah. And so, like, when people purposely perform their music slightly differently live to give it a better live sound, right? To offset that, I think it's great.
Right. Yeah, a lot of good artists, artists that have maybe, like, a lot of production in their actual album songs, if they're good live, it's usually because they change it up when they're performing. They bring out, like, a band, and they kind of play the song maybe a little bit differently with different, it's a different kind of vibe to it. It's a different kind of feeling for that same song. I always enjoy those types of shows where, the song, you can, like, sing along to it, or you can groove to it, but it's like, it's a different experience than just listening to it on an album, right?
Yeah, it's like it's kind of it's a solid experience and, like, a treat of sorts, right? Because it's like you already enjoy the music the way it's been presented, and if someone brings, like, a good live show and a good, like, live performance twist to it, then it's like, great, I have two versions of this song now that are dope.
Yeah, right. And that's where you get the special editions for the albums, right?
Right.
The live recordings on side B.
I personally cannot wait until my my Run the Jewels 4 vinyls get here.
Yeah, when's that scheduled to get to you?
September.
Oh.
call back to episode 34.
Oh.
September release.
Yeah, I remember it was going to come out a bit later. Because it sold out pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, I think like some of those, maybe not the bundle that I got necessarily.
Sure.
But, like, I know some of the stuff sold out pretty quick.
Yeah.
I actually watched Killer Mike has a Netflix, like, special that he did. Not a special, but like a mini series. It's called Trigger Warning, and he's on there and he just, like, does random different stuff and kind of addresses certain topics in, like, I guess kind of in the world. I don't know that it's only like black community, because, like, he did an episode where he's like, I'm only trying to spend money in the black community.
Oh.
And he's like, I have a show in Athens, Georgia, but I can't, like, take a car or, like, car service. Like, it was ridiculous. Some of the stuff was, like, inconsistent to me. I was like, there's loopholes in
right.
Some of this, but, like, there was funny stuff. Like, he went to a restaurant and it was a black-owned restaurant, but he's like, you didn't get your food from, like, a black source.
Right.
So he ordered his food and was about to eat it and then goes, can you just put it in a box, please? I'll eat it tomorrow after my show. But it was funny. He, like, made his own country. He talked to people about different stuff. He
made his own country.
Yeah, New Africa.
New Africa.
It's it's like it addresses stuff and like brings up, random junk in general, but like it also is obviously very, very funny. Like when you go out and you try and get the Crips to have a soda, then like it's not, you're being serious about like addressing an issue or like talking about the fact that like Hell's Angels has a website you can go and buy a t-shirt from.
Right. Yeah.
You can't buy it. So he's like, why can't the Crips have a soda?
Are they picky about like what color soda they have to drink? Like the can or whatever?
Oh, I don't have any clue.
Like are they full on like blue?
All blue everything?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
like they have to have Pepsi,
idea.
They can't have Coke.
I mean, I'm sure.
Sorry, I can't have the Coke. I can't have the Dr. Pepper. I'm sorry.
There are some, I'm sure, that
Pepsi.
are like, yeah, for sure. I'm not drinking out of that red can. Like straight up, I saw like on Issa Rae's show, Insecure. In one of the places she lived with a guy who was a blood, and he like refuses to use the letter C. That's like a thing that like Crips and Bloods do. They replace letters with the other letters, so that hey Copper.
You couldn't even use Copper. Couldn't even say Copper's name.
And
the C.
Yeah, you would be like, oh, it's Bopper. And like so there's a character that like he replaces all of his C's with B's, and like he's like, oh no, I can't do any of that other stuff. So it's like, yeah, there are people that are like that for sure.
Man.
It's crazy. You got rules, man.
Well, you'll never see me. You'll never see me in that organization.
Yeah.
I can't just refuse to live, man. My name starts with a C.
Oh no.
I can't just
lay now.
I can't just do that.
Well, that's why you got to be a Crip then. You can still say it. You can still be Clay then. It's all C's.
I gotta stick with Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't really drink soda anymore. I guess I would have to go with Labatt Blue Beer.
Yeah,
which is not a bad choice. I drink that already. So,
dude, I think you're probably this close. You're this close to running
I'm almost there.
Right now,
like I got my initiation ceremony like next week.
If I ever go down to Georgia and they actually have Cripicola, I'm gonna bring you a 6-pack.
Oh boy. Well, I look forward to that potential day.
One day. So you go.
Oh, me go? I was just gonna transition.
Transition.
Just speaking of things looking forward to, Are there things in this world at this point in time to look forward to? What's getting you excited, Ryan?
I'm actually a little bit excited. I'm going golfing soon. Yeah, I'm gonna go golfing pretty soon here with a couple people. We're gonna go up and do some stuff. Yeah, and I knew you'd be excited about that.
Yeah.
I am personally going to be terrible, just like I was at last year's outing.
Oh, it's an outing?
I mean, it's not an outing. It's just a.
Why'd you use that word?
I don't know.
You can't just throw out the word outing and say it's not a
connotation in the golf world.
I don't know what you're doing. You're saying you're going for an outing, and then you're taking that back. So I don't know what you're doing.
I'm going out. I will be outing.
Oh, okay. So like outing is like a group like in golf, and outing is usually kind of reserved for like fundraiser things. Like
oh no.
Okay, like a scramble outing.
No, that is not this. Is a scramble? Is that what you call it when you play the best ball?
Best ball is what you call playing the best ball.
Oh.
Although, when you say best ball, I think you are referring to a scramble.
Okay. So we can get into this.
So there's best ball.
An outing is a fundraiser.
It's usually like when there's a fundraiser thing that goes on at a golf course with a lot of people that come and play, and you keep score and you get prizes for winning or whatever, and you raise money. It's usually put on by people looking to raise money for like A lot of like high school sports will do, golf fundraisers and stuff like that. But those are usually when you refer to those, people don't really say fundraisers. They kind of just say I'm going to a scramble or I'm doing an outing.
Okay.
Usually they play a scramble format, which is basically you have 4 players, and for every single shot you play the best ball, like the best resulting shot.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Best ball is when you have 4 players and each play their own ball the entire hole, but you only keep the best score out of the 4 players.
Oh.
So okay. That's the difference between best ball and scramble.
Got it. So a scramble.
Yeah, I figured.
The plan will be a scramble because I don't know if you know anything about your boys' golfing skills, but I cannot drive.
I can't either.
Do you connect with the ball?
Oh yeah, I can connect with the ball.
No, that's
okay.
I'm going to tell you. Last year when we went, I probably missed 90% of the time that I tried to swing at the ball.
I need to get you out to like a range or something, and
I would love that.
I actually was thinking about this like just the other day. I'm like, we could do like a Binary Brothers like video or something.
Yeah.
Where like I take you out to a driving range, and I teach you to hit the ball. Yes.
That's what I want, because I mean I was out here swinging, and I was so confident. I was like, this time I'm getting a piece of this one. I don't care where it goes, but I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Whiffed. Straight up.
All right. There's this I did play some golf this past weekend. And I played this there's a course up in Mequon, just north of Milwaukee. That has a really nice like par 3 course. Like a short course. It's really nice. But it has like a driving range there, and I think they're like building a mini putt there too. Nice. But like that would be a perfect place to go. Like it's great for beginners. Mm-hmm. Because you got the driving range right there. You can like hit some balls, you can kind of do some stuff, and then you can play like around 9 holes, but it's you don't have to drive the ball at all. You're not using a driver. You can just hit the ball. It's short distances. Nice. It's very like those courses are really nice to play. Even like for me, I really enjoy it because like when you get better at golfing, to get better, you have to like be good at the shorter shots. And usually a lot of the short courses are very like kind of bland. They're like flat, municipal, just kind of like just there. Mm-hmm. But this is like really nicely like landscaped, and there's like rolling hills and stuff. It's actually really it's a really nice place. So I'm definitely going to go there again, and I think once this pandemic maybe boils over, slows down, I'll take you there, and I'll show you the ropes a little bit.
I would love that, and we should make some extra content.
Oh yeah, to fill in between our monthly episodes. Yeah. I agree. That definitely needs to be the plan. So it is decided. So yeah, for all you listeners, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe so that you're ready for that content.
Yep.
Get ahead of the game. Be proactive, not reactive.
Yeah. Yeah. You might even want to turn on some sort of notifications. You get a notification one day, it's like, the not golf outing happened with the Binary Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
I'll make sure to do at least one finger.
Well, right. You have to. Whenever you make a putt, you got to go full like Shooter McGavin. From not Caddyshack, Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. I follow Shooter McGavin Twitter account.
He's great.
It's hilarious. I think someone tweeted, describe your favorite sports movie in the worst way.
In the most boring way.
And he just goes, I lost my jacket.
Green jacket, gold jacket. Who gives a shit? Yeah, it's there's been like an influx of people getting into golf because of this quarantine, because it's been like one of the only ways you can get out.
Yeah.
and do something. I mean, you can obviously go out and hike or whatever, but like golf actually kind of gives you a game or whatever to play.
Right.
And it's nice because you're out in nature essentially. That's one of my favorite things about golf is just like you're just out there kind of, in a landscape that is probably pretty well kept up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nice to get outside. Nice to swing the bat every now and then,
Swing the old golf bat.
Yeah. Maybe connect with the ball a couple times. Who knows?
Maybe.
I'm
telling you, man, it'll be a banner day.
Look, all I'm saying, like, don't try and crush the ball.
I think that's my problem, is I'm really trying to give it all I got.
Yeah, don't do that. Let the club do the work. A nice smooth swing will make the ball probably go farther than if you tried to crush it.
Physics.
Yeah, it's weird. It really is weird. So just focus on that. Just be like, I'm just gonna hit it.
I'm just gonna make a connection.
Yeah. Don't try and guide it though.
No.
Don't try and guide it out there. Just swing. Just swing.
Just send it on its journey.
Yeah.
I'm just here to help. Break the bottle on the ship, and then the ship will go.
Yeah.
Just goes.
Like, let the ball go to its home.
It's right. Like that's where it wants to go. Right.
Right. Unless you get one of those balls that's too good for its home. You don't want those.
Throw them right out.
Yeah. Usually those go in the lake.
Straight to the lake.
Straight to the lake.
Maybe you hook it into the lake. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, that's my bread and butter. Right into the lake or the woods. Never fails. Sometimes the woods are kind of dicks, and they'll like ricochet my ball back to me.
Right back out.
Cool. We don't want that. They're like Mutombo out there. They're just like no. Not in my house.
It was don't call me. Don't bring my phone. Last year when we went, Andy had a bunch of balls and just was straight up like, I don't care whatever. He just had a whole mess of balls, and he's like, that one belongs to the woods now.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole like there's a whole industry based on like refurbished or lost golf balls. Like if you don't if you're not that great of a golfer, then the golf ball really doesn't matter all that much, like in terms of quality. I mean, to an extent, obviously, but like it doesn't make sense to spend like $50 a dozen for golf balls, for top quality golf balls, when you're just going to be, losing them every couple holes.
When there's a good chance that it's going to end up in the water.
Yeah, like it's better just get some cheap golf balls and just hit them. And then you got no worries if they go into the lake, go into the woods, whatever. No big deal.
Yep.
But
I'm
excited for you.
Anything?
I'm looking forward to hearing about your golf next episode. That's for sure. Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to. Actually, I've been playing a lot of golf because I'm gearing up for a tournament at the end of the month here. The weekend of July 25th, I believe.
Nice.
So, looking forward to that. It'll be fun. It's going to be at a country club up north there, eh? So, I haven't played the course before, and being a private club, like this is pretty much one of my only times to be able to play it. So, that'll be kind of nice. Cool. It's always fun to kind of do those things.
You get hooked up with that with like somebody else? You going with like a friend, meeting somebody from up there?
Well, my buddy that I used to work with up there, he puts on a tournament.
Nice.
And it's a tournament that's open to anyone. We just get to play at this country club. So it's not like an exclusive tournament. It's not like the Masters.
Well,
I mean, hold on. Let me take that back. It's actually very exclusive. You have to know my friend.
What color jacket do you get when you win?
Here's the thing. I'm probably not going to win.
Okay, but when you win...
When I win, though...
What color will be the jacket?
When I win, the jacket that I will probably have to make...
Okay. We're getting into the details. We don't need anything other than the color.
I know. Because I think they hand out a trophy.
Ooh. It's like a jacket for your shelf.
Yeah, right, for my mantle that I don't have. That's really why I don't win golf tournaments, is because I don't have a mantle to put.
I just don't have a place to put these awards.
Like, what's the point if I can't display it? So, but a jacket, if they would offer a jacket, I would go into it and I'd win, you know. I wouldn't throw the tournament so I lost. I would actually play and, you know, win. Jacket would obviously be like probably be a plaid, I would say.
Nice. I mean, you can't argue with a good plaid, you know?
Especially a plaid suit jacket.
Ugh.
It's just classic.
I'm picturing it now.
Yeah.
There's that small space in the corner there that I can see. It looks like it's a vent, but you can cover that with a jacket.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I could... For sure. I don't need that air coming in. Yeah. There it is. Got it. Right there. Yeah, I don't use that vent for like air conditioning or anything like that. It's fine.
Air conditioning.
Who needs that in the Midwest?
What is it? 90 degrees out?
It's been like 90 degrees for the last 3 weeks without any rain. Well, we've had some rain, but it's been like really short spurts.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really gotten like good, like a full day of rain, you know?
Yeah, not a full day. Enough last night to get a little bit of water in my basement, which is...
Oh, really?
Fantastic. Thanks, home ownership.
Oh.
That's good.
Have you gotten that before, or?
Once
before?
Got it once before and realized that the gutters were not clean. And also, even if they were, the way the gutters were set up was dumping it all into one area right up against the house.
That's not good. You gotta get that downspout away from the house.
Yeah, so I've done both those things, actually.
You need to look into one of the nice things about my house when I bought it. It already had a gutter system set up where I had like a screen on it. So like leaves couldn't
the gutter guards over the top?
Yeah.
So guy, I just today cleaned the gutters.
Yeah.
And realized that there's a whole stack of gutter guards in the corner of my garage.
Huh.
So I put them on.
Nice.
So hopefully that'll help. Plus we got the tree trimmed in the back, so there will be far fewer leaves and the little helicopter guys.
Yeah. Little helicopter seeds.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that goes. But
yeah, and gutter guards are just great.
Yeah.
Never had to worry about leaves like in my gutters.
Yeah, I feel like quite the fool having like I've owned this house and they've been in the garage the whole time.
I don't know what to tell you, Ryan.
I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I didn't realize that's what they were, and then.
Well, now you know, though.
And knowing is half the battle.
Sure is. So, I mean, yeah. So I'm looking forward to. Actually, did you get a truck? I know you were looking at getting a truck.
No.
You didn't get a truck, okay?
I wish.
All right. I can't borrow that truck then.
No. I wish I did. So that you could, but.
Yeah, you're not being very cash money right now with your lack of a truck.
I know.
For me to borrow.
I gotta spend money to make money. Really, you know.
It's an investment.
They announced the new F-150s. The seat folds all the way down.
All the way down? Wow.
Yeah, man. I could buy that and then just live in it.
Travel the world. Oh, that's another thing. Speaking of traveling, I was actually I'm planning to do like a golf like road trip around Lake Michigan.
Ooh.
And play all the courses like right on the lake.
Nice. How many are there?
Ones that are like right on the lake, I counted I have a list. Like I went on Google Maps and I just basically like scrolled all the way around. And I counted, or I listed 10 of them. Like there's a lot that are close to the lake, but like I need them to be like right on the lake.
You want there to be a risk that your ball goes into the lake?
I want to be able to send my ball into Lake Michigan.
Nice.
If that's not an option, I don't want to be there.
It's not for me.
It's not for me. It's like the 18th hole at mini putts. You know how it's like in a little like pond or whatever.
Right.
The ball return.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah.
To go on that tour, man.
I was. I'm not going to do it. Like it would be perfect to do like nowadays. Because I've got like so much. I've got so much like vacation time right now. Because like I'm not going to take vacations if I don't go anywhere, and considering the pandemic, like I'm not going to really go anywhere.
Right.
So like this year would have been perfect to do it, but it's not going to happen. So I was thinking like doing it next year. But one of those courses that are right on the lake, like one of like the only courses in Wisconsin that are right on the lake is Whistling Straits. And that's hosting the Ryder Cup, which was supposed to be hosted this September, but it just got postponed to next year. And so, like, if I'm going to do this next year, and I'm going to do it at a time, like, I want to try and do it at a time where I can get maybe better value, money value, cheaper rates. So it's not like peak time at some of these places, because some of these places are pretty expensive. Like Whistling Straits is pretty expensive.
Right.
That's a couple $100 for a round.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I like to do like a non-peak time would be kind of like September, October kind of time frame or whatever. So like that just adds like extra planning that I might have to do with it now being the Ryder Cup being pushed back to next year. I was hoping that wouldn't be the case, so I wouldn't even have to worry about it. But
yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking a lot about golf in this episode.
Hey man, I'm down. I learned a number of things.
It's funny though. I have a golf dedicated podcast that I do.
Do you?
Yeah, with the buddy that is hosting that tournament.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and we do that weekly. So, like, if you're trying to figure out what I'm doing in between these episodes, like that's one thing I'm doing.
I mean, you're a busy man. You've got
I do so much shit.
Media empire
that I make no money from.
Well, the first step,
which is fine.
The first step is building the empire.
Yeah, right. No, it's fine. Like I do all these things mostly as a hobby. I enjoy doing them.
Yeah.
If I can eventually turn them into something, make maybe a little bit, probably not even close to doing like full-time stuff, but like make a little bit like, travel money. That would be kind of cool, but yeah, so definitely busy. Golf is one of those things during this time that has taken up a lot of my time, and I enjoy it. And it seems like more people are getting into it. Ryan's gonna basically he's starting his golf journey.
Yeah, I got some interest last year, and then I'm back into it.
It's a great game. Like you don't even have to like I've been playing it for most of my life. Like probably 20 years now. I've been playing it. I'm not very good. Like it's one of those games that you just like. It's tough. It's a tough game. You're not gonna hit it, well all the time. You're gonna struggle.
Yeah, I know it can be great, right?
Like, and it's one of those games that you're out in nature, you're walking, you're hitting. Like, you don't even have to care about your score if you don't want to. I mean, what is even the point of keeping track of your score if like you're not in a tournament or whatever.
Yeah, what is
or
it?
You're not like keeping track of like a handicap and just trying to like know where you are at like talent wise or skill wise.
Right.
Are you improving or whatever? If you don't care about anything that and you just want to go out, drive in the cart, drink some beer while you hit some balls, like that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you just nice casual golf it up, right?
Yeah. Like, it's a great game. It's like golf courses are the only places you can legally drink and drive.
Right?
Yeah.
I love it. That may or may not be, because of my lack of actual golf skill, my favorite thing about the golf experience.
It's not a bad part. Not a bad thing. So maybe I'm going to need to take you on. Maybe you're going to have to tag along with this road trip and drive my cart for me.
Oh man, I'm all about the cart life.
All about the cart life. You could I can learn. Because I want to do like I'm going to do like a road trip like vlog and also like a blog like for it. Like,
yeah.
10 courses, and it's going to be like a Monday through Saturday road trip.
Nice.
Like it's going to basically take a week.
That's doable. That's awesome. I would love to cart it up, to learn from you and your wisdom that you have with your many years of
my wisdom.
Experience.
Cart it up, take some footage, get some awesome, because a lot of these places are scenic, like right on the lake, nice courses, like they're great.
Yeah, I mean, when you said on the lake, I'm like, I pictured it in my head, and I'm like, it can only be much better than what I'm imagining.
Oh, I will. I mean, I can post some pictures for you of some of these places. They're gorgeous, but yeah, like. I mean, I would be completely fine just doing it all myself, but like there's a certain aspect like of having like an actual like, I don't want to relegate you to this, but like having like a cameraman, Yeah.
No, I mean like I see that like for sure. Like if you can do a thing while not having to worry about every aspect of, like filming the thing, if you're planning on filming it anyways, like that'd be dope.
Yeah, no, that's the whole like point of this trip is for me to do this road trip and just get a crap ton of footage and just put together like a big, like just a series of videos and just like a big vlog and just document like the entire trip and how it is and these courses and I can like kind of in a style of you've probably never seen these, but like there's this sweet YouTube channel, or this YouTuber called, he changed his name to Random Golf Club now, but it's Eric Anders Lang, and he does this like Anthony Bourdain type of videos, but like regarding golf, and they're like really well put together. They're really cool, and not trying to recruit you too hard here, but like you do also have a drone.
I do,
and that would be like pretty baller.
Oh, I could definitely catch some drone footage.
Oh yeah.
I just realized last time I flew it,
you crashed it.
Okay, so yes, last time I flew it, I crashed it. Well, no, that was 2 times ago.
Oh, okay. You've gotten better.
It did slam into the house and check out at some point, and I broke a propeller.
Oh god.
And I need to order extras because we all know it's going to happen again.
You gotta have backups regardless.
Yeah. So last time I flew it, I always thought that the camera, it was just a manual adjustment situation. Like I had to set like an angle, and that would be it. And it turns out that on the remote there's a wheel, and the wheel can change the angle of the camera. So that took my air footage game up a whole other level.
Oh my goodness! But
now see me crashing the drone with the camera pointing straight down or at this angle or straight ahead. I mean, we can crash all day.
Oh, for sure. What kind of drone is it?
It's a Holy Stone. It's some model number. That's the brand that was Holy Stone.
Holy Stone.
It's like a good. From what I saw about it, I got it as a gift for my wife, and she was like, "It's a lot of good." People say a lot of good things about it being like a starter drone. Like it's not like those super expensive ones, but it's like a nice, affordable one that has like the solid features and whatnot. It's definitely getting the job done.
I bet. I've been kind of looking at drones, mostly because of this road trip. I'm like, I'm gonna need a drone.
Yeah.
And I've been looking. I'm like, even like those expensive drones, and like I kind of want to do it. But
yeah, I had a buddy who actually like impulse bought, not like a super expensive one, but a fairly expensive one.
Yeah.
At Walmart one time because he went to get an HDMI cable. Imagine going to Walmart, right? And you go to get like a $10 HDMI cable, and you leave $800 later.
Right. I know. I was kind of looking at like the $800 ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a little tough for me because I live right by the airport here.
Yeah. So they won't let you fly all right.
Yeah. So I'd have to go somewhere else. Like you're kind of you're on that border, aren't you? Yeah.
I don't know how close I am. It hasn't really told me. I haven't like looked at it like a map and seen it, but it hasn't really given me any guff about like flying right here for sure.
Will it do that though? If like,
I think it does. Like I know, my buddy Caleb that I was talking about, like he tried to fly it at Horlick Field, our home field for the Raiders.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's too close to a small airport.
Oh yeah.
In Racine, so it told him he couldn't launch it. But when we were in a different part of town, it was perfectly fine.
So I feel like you can fly it near airports. You just need to get like clearance from the airports.
Yeah, I don't know how it goes. I know like you have to if it's over a certain weight and size in general, you have to get it registered.
Right.
Which will be like anything that you're doing anything like serious with. So
yeah.
Like I registered mine and like wrote on it in a Sharpie because it's like you have to put your number on it. So
yeah.
Did that, but yeah, I don't know what all the rules are.
Well, I mean, you can get an app. I actually have the app on my phone because I was looking at drones.
Oh, nice.
It's called Before You Fly, and it's spelled like how you would text it, like B, the number 4, the letter U, and then
spelled how the cool kids would spell it.
Before You Fly. It's a pretty cool app though. It's it shows you the map and it shows you like the circles like where you can't fly it or what and it gives you like the warnings and kind of tells you let's see if I can show it. There you go.
Nice.
Kind of shows you like different things, different airspaces and warnings and stuff like that, so you can know like where the no-fly zones are and stuff like that. If you're gonna get a drone like you have, and like I would like to get at some point, I would totally recommend getting that app. But yeah,
my password. But yes, I'm currently installing the app because I'm interested.
Oh yeah, it's neat. It's a neat little app. So how neat is that? But
I finally got a replacement phone. By the way, not a replacement, but like a phone. My phone was getting rough.
Yeah, what happened to your phone?
It just battery life was not great.
Okay.
It was freezing a lot, and I was like, I'm on the verge of an upgrade. This has been like one of the longest times I've had a phone in general.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm on the verge of an upgrade depending on whatever comes out. So I got this Samsung phone, a cheap one. Yeah, your face accurately describes my experience, because both cheap and Samsung means that it's not the best, but at least it doesn't freeze all the time.
I mean, that's pretty important, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a loaner phone a little bit for you?
I've been referring to it as a gap phone.
Gap phone. All right. That's a good term.
I did not spend very much money on it. I did not buy $1,000 gap phone.
No. That's... you could use that money on a drone instead.
Right. I could buy two, like super beginner drones.
Yeah.
On one very nice drone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's seriously just to get me into like Pixel 5, if it's interesting enough.
I was gonna say, are you like eyeing up a certain phone?
Yeah, I mean, so like Pixel 5, because I love the Pixel life and like the stock Android life in general.
Lovely.
I know you've been a fan of that, right? Like you've had like Moto phones before, because those have
I'm all about
stock
it.
Android.
Yeah, and I'm really about the Google Fi as well. But I know you're not going to do that, right? Because you have kind of a family plan going on.
Family structure going on.
Yeah.
In this, I'm with my cell phone plan, but yeah, the Pixel 5, obviously, depending on how it's going to be, there's rumors that it's going to use like a not like the top of the line processor, which means it's going to be cheaper. But I just wonder how it's going to be performance wise. It's going to be better than this for sure.
Yeah.
And then like OnePlus, I got the OnePlus One like way back in the day when you had to get an invite to be able to purchase the. And I've still got it. I've got it here in a drawer somewhere.
Oh, that's a collector's item.
They're
one of these days.
I've got a couple like what I would kind of consider like collector's item Android phones. I've got like the first Android phone, like the T-Mobile G1.
Yeah.
I've got that in a drawer somewhere, which was like always remember like Sidekicks where they had like flip up.
Yeah.
It was like that, but it was like you did it and it flipped it just like shot up and had the whole keyboard under it and had the little trackball for like navigating around and stuff. That was a neat phone.
Yeah, I had one of those where you like flipped up or whatever, or like slid up. You got the full keyboard. It didn't have a tracker ball, but like it had the full keyboard. I want to say it was an LG.
I think LG was pretty heavy in the slide.
It was a while ago. It was 1, 2, 3, I think 4 phones ago. Because after I had that, I got an iPhone through work, the iPhone 5, which was my first smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
And I had that, and then they were like, well, we're not doing work phones anymore, so we're shutting off your plan or whatever. I'm like, well, if I need to get my own plan, I'm not going to really go with this iPhone. I'll get a new phone. So that's when I got my Moto X, and then I had that for like 4 years, and then I got my Pixel 3.
That's a
solid phone. And the best part about the Pixel 3 here is, like I said, Google Fi. I got off AT&T, and my monthly bill went from like 60 some bucks to under 30.
Yeah,
it's just awesome.
Yeah, I think they did something real solid with like their pricing structure and what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, they're piggybacking off of other networks, but like as long as you have the coverage, who really cares? Like at the end of the day,
I'm saving like $360 a year,
right?
At least that I can use for a drone.
I mean, how long have you been on Fi by now? I mean, you've had to have saved enough for the drone.
Oh,
right?
for sure. Absolutely.
I've considered trying out an iPhone.
Well, now that they got a bunch of Android features coming to it.
Yeah, biting Android style.
Yeah,
out here, just iOS 14. Like, okay, I literally got in a you were in this thread. I got in not an argument, but like a mini argument with Nick.
Yeah,
about like. He's like, yeah, just get an iPhone. And I'm like, it's a hardware issue. But that was the other thing about my Pixel 2 that was driving me nuts. Is every time I'd hit the power button, I'd say probably 75% of the time, it would launch the camera. It would always register it as a double press. Like,
oh yeah,
it was starting to get to that point where it's like
a
bothering the hell out of me.
Sticky button.
Yeah. But yeah, it's iOS 14 widgets.
About time.
Home screen widgets. I did watch an MKBHD video last night though, where he's like, it's not like full on Android widgets where you can resize them and put them wherever. So it's still, you basically get with the size that they are, you get like a this half or this half.
Sure.
But like widgets and being able to change like your default apps are like two of the biggest, like most obvious things that you'd probably like notice.
Like you don't have to use Safari anymore, right? As your default.
Yeah, they do. You can set a different default mail app.
Yeah.
And a different default browser. I think it's the mail app and the browser.
Firefox mobile browser is where it's at.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I do most of my debugging in Firefox, just because like it doesn't have all of my like Chrome memory stuff saved.
Yeah. Firefox mobile is allows you to install like ad blocker or just add-ons. Which like mobile Google Chrome does not.
Yeah.
So like having ad blocker on mobile is just a lifesaver. Like there are so many mobile sites that just are designed terribly with ads. Like just throwing the ads on and like you can't even read the screen because the ads are just like taking up 80% of it.
The internet, especially like you said, the mobile internet is so hostile to users.
It's so terrible.
Like try and look at something on Facebook while not logged in on a mobile browser. It's seriously probably 10% of the screen is the actual content you want.
It's unbelievable. Like they're taking the same amount of ad space that they use for desktop and just putting it on mobile. That's basically what they're doing.
Should we scale this for a mobile browser? No.
Click-through rates. We need them to click.
Throw it on there.
Yeah. Well, it's just an afterthought.
Mobile first.
Look, it came from the top. We need to put this ad space on our mobile site. Every 2 sentences of this article needs to have an ad.
Oh man, I was trying to read an article earlier today, I think, and I thought I read it and then I saw like a chunk of ads where I thought, okay, well these are the ads that they show after the article, but I also was like, there's no way there's this many ads in between 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
But like, there's no way that the article ended here because it doesn't make any sense. And sure enough, I scrolled and scrolled and scrolled, and finally there was another paragraph.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would I actually like? It was in my Google feed of news sites, and I'm just like, never show me content from this site ever again.
Yeah, it's so bad. So like you got to have an ad blocker on mobile. You get Firefox mobile browser, put it on your phone, install it, and then search for uBlock Origin as an add-on. Download that, and your mobile browsing is just gonna feel so much better. It's going to be so much cleaner. Like you're gonna actually be able to read stuff. You're gonna actually be able to see content. It's a complete game changer for mobile.
It's very tempting because like
it better be tempting. It better be on your phone right now, Ryan. This Before You Fly app can wait.
It's already installed.
Then go back in time.
Okay.
Delete the Before You Fly.
Oh. This phone does not have the processing power to deal with all of that.
Yeah, you're gonna need an ad blocker on that phone. Otherwise, your RAM's gonna just.
That was one of the other things. Is like Pixel phones are notorious for not having enough RAM.
Yeah.
And like killing stuff in the background, and it's like, I would go on some sites that I would go on consistently, in Chrome, so no ad blocker. Yeah. And I would get to a point on the page where it's like, the page just won't load anymore because it's trying to keep up with all of the ads and all this stuff. Like, I know my VPN, I think, has an option to, like, kill ads to some extent. So, like, I've considered, like, toggling that on when I go on some sites. But, yeah, maybe I just move away from Chrome as my mobile browser. My problem with that is, like, I don't get, like, my sync and my history and stuff between, like, my desktop Chrome.
Yeah.
Do you Chrome with your main desktop browser?
I do. I really should switch away from it, but I do use it for my desktop. And, like, I have my Google accounts and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I mean, one of the reasons why I stick with Chrome on desktop is because I like the developer tools as, like, a web developer. Yeah. I just like the dev tools more in Chrome than Firefox. They just feel better, I guess. Yeah. But that's kind of why I've hesitated with desktop. But, like, mobile, like, I'm fine with stuff not syncing, like, between mobile and desktop. Like, I don't need it to sync. I don't really do a whole lot of mobile, like, browsing that I really need it to sync.
Yeah, I think when it comes to, like, syncing and, like, when I really think about it, what's kind of nice is sometimes, like, if I want to Google a thing again on my phone that I Googled before, it, like, does the autofill, but also, like, I can just type it.
Yeah.
And when I want to share stuff between desktop and mobile, I already use Pushbullet for that anyways.
Yeah.
So,
like, once I downloaded Firefox for mobile and got the ad block, and, like, because I was just so fed up with, like, going to sites and there was just so many ads. It was so bad. Like, syncing wasn't worth it to me anymore.
You might have just done something.
It's great. One thing you can try and do too, in terms of, like, trying to reduce ads that you're seeing when you're at home, there's things you can set up for your router to block ads at, like, your router level.
Like DNS settings?
Yeah. So you don't even have to, like, they don't even get through on your Wi-Fi to your devices.
Is that I'm trying to think of the company's name, but they have, like, that. They have their, like, 1111, or is that Google's? I don't remember.
I have no idea.
I remember reading about something probably a month ago where there's this company that is, like, their DNS settings would block ads, and they have another one that would, like, block porn. So they have, like, two different, like, levels.
You don't want that.
Well, obviously you don't want both of those, but you might just want the one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I already changed my DNS settings in general on my router because, like, someone is supposed to have the fastest, like, resolution, right?
I don't know any, like, off the top of my head in terms of companies, or like, I haven't done it. Like,
Cloudflare is
Okay. Yeah, and I haven't done it, but I know that's something you can do, and you don't need a company for it. Like, you can go in, like, there are tutorials out there that'll show you how to go into your router settings and set it up to block it.
Yeah.
So, like, I would just do that. I would just Google, router Wi-Fi ad block or whatever, and you'll find something, and that would be beneficial as well if you don't really care to switch to Firefox and get the ad block. Although I highly recommend it, because you're going to be using your phone outside of your home and Wi-Fi anyhow, so might as well.
I might have to do that. I've considered already just putting my VPN on my router in general.
Oh yeah. I've thought about getting a VPN too. I haven't gotten a VPN. VPN would be really helpful for me, especially for watching hockey.
Yes. And that's why I got, like, the VPN that I have. I got it originally so that I could watch international NFL Game Pass.
Yeah.
Because only the international version had every single game live, plus NFL Network and Red Zone. So it's like, I paid $200 a year for that by signing up VPN to the Netherlands, and then I just VPN to the Netherlands every time I wanted to watch a football game.
Yeah, there's no blackouts.
Right.
Like, you're actually getting all the content you paid for, which is a similar thing with me with my NHL TV. Is there's so many games that are blacked out because they're on national TV or they're in region, which is weird for me. I'm a Blackhawks fan. We live like an hour and a half, 2 hours from Chicago,
right?
Something like that. I can watch all the Blackhawks games. Like, I'm not within their region, but if they play the Minnesota Wild, who are 5 hours from us, 5-hour drive, but because Wisconsin like sports networks like play Wild games, I don't get their games. So when the Blackhawks play them, I don't get those games. Like, it's weird. It's stupid how blackout things work. Like, because originally blackout rules were put in place to make people like go to games, to get people like in the seats.
Right.
That was a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah. But that doesn't make sense anymore, especially when like I can, a game that is 2 hours away from me is not blacked out, but a game 5 hours away from me is blacked out.
Right.
Like, that doesn't make any sense.
It's like, I'm not going to go to Minnesota for this game. No, I am much more likely to go.
I'm not going to go to Minnesota for a lot of things.
There's a lot of reasons I'm not going to Minnesota.
I will say, though, I did go to a hockey game in Minnesota, a Blackhawk hockey game, and that was a really great place to watch hockey.
Was it?
It is the state of hockey for a reason, but they got a nice arena there, and it was a great atmosphere to watch a hockey game. I would completely recommend it. If you get the opportunity. Their state hockey, like high school state hockey tournament, they hold in that arena. It's an arena like of, I don't know, 17,000 or whatever, something like that. It sells out for high school hockey state tournament. Like, you look at football state tournament here played at Camp Randall,
right?
The University of Wisconsin Badgers home stadium. Like, that's, I don't know. There's not that many people there. Like,
yeah, I think like every time I've ever like tuned in to watch or seen highlights, it's like the stands aren't like full.
No, not even close. Like, it's maybe a couple thousand people in the stands.
Yeah.
And I used to go. I used to go to those. I would take off work and just go to those games just for fun every year. I don't anymore, but those are fun to go to. It's an all day affair. But yeah, you're it's a couple thousand people, and that's, high school football's pretty big here in Wisconsin. Like, that's probably the biggest high school sport, I would say. Yeah. In the state. Now, it's nowhere near like Texas, right?
Right.
Right. It's completely different than that.
They're not making movies.
Yeah. But like, it's completely blown out of the water by like Minnesota's hockey state tournament. Like, that is a completely packed arena. Like,
it's
that is 17,000, 18,000 people. Like, think of playing in front of that as a high school player, high school athlete. I mean, not this year, but in normal years. But, oh man. Well, we've gone quite a ways here.
Oh, have we?
I mean, we've gone over an hour.
Time flies when
you're having fun. Fun fact: we didn't really even have a set topic for this video. We just decided to wing it.
We wung it. We wong it, and we mentioned probably just about everything that we mentioned just about everything that, like, so before the episode started, Clay and I were kind of like, what should we talk about? We threw out several ideas. We didn't talk really in depth on many of them, but I think we touched all of them that we mentioned before.
I think so. Maybe even a couple new ones too. I think it was successful. I feel like we put in a good, like, one show a month effort in here. I think this will carry us over for a month. But I mean, you gotta remember, we're doing other things too.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
So
as much as there's not stuff going on, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Sure is.
You know?
So don't be sad that we're ending the show right now.
Yeah.
Be happy that we did it.
Yeah, we did it, and there will be another one.
Oh, for sure. And just look forward to sometime in the future some extra content coming out of Ryan swinging the golf club.
I'm gonna connect.
Yeah, don't overswing. Just let the club do the work. That's what they're designed to. There's science involved with these clubs.
And you know what? And the thing is the first time I went, I didn't trust the scientists.
Trust
I didn't
the
say
scientists.
To myself, Ryan, many people have studied this thing, and they've set you up to succeed. I thought I had to take most of it into my hands.
Golf has been a sport for hundreds of years. Equipment has evolved over hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
There are teams of R&D departments making these clubs, figuring out what's going to make them hit the ball farther and straighter for you.
I need to just trust them.
Trust them. Let the experts help you.
I will. I vow to.
Okay. Then we're going to have some content coming up of Ryan just absolutely striping the ball down the fairway.
Oh, crushing it.
It's going to be great. But until then, we're signing off.
We'll see you later.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Binary Brothers Podcast. We can't wait for you to tune in next time. But until then, make sure to find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, and BinaryBrothersPodcast.com.